Now, I started the video about state of Israel. First of all, Benjamin Netanyahu, Gantz, Bennett, I don't even know where I would start with abuse. These are all the people that life threatened. Talking about Gantz, talking about Bennett, talking about a lot of members in Knesset, if not all of them. They all but one life threatened. I'm going to cite Benjamin Netanyahu. It's not going to be the same in respect to my future, in parenthesis, attacking Israel. I never attacked Israel. I never ever attacked Israel in my life. Here, everything is explained about what Israel did to me. So you cannot say that I ever attacked Israel. I never attacked Israel. Jews, American Jews, on behalf of the Israel, have spread violence against me in the United States of America, and they did so on behalf of the Vladimir Putin. So you can't say, when you subject somebody for no reason, for no fucking reason, on behalf of the third party, on behalf of the Russia in this case, you cannot say that he is an anti-Semite, that he was the one who attacked you. You cannot say this. Then there is no person on this planet that would not be anti-Semite, because you can get enemy from any nation, anywhere in any part of the world. You start to torture him, you torment him, you physically engaged in violence against him, you sleep deprive him as he is drugged up. And then what you do is, you call him anti-Semite. There is nobody in the globe, nobody in the world in that case, that would not fit to this description. So, this is to Israeli state, this is to American Jewish society, to my fellow American citizen of Jewish origins. You cannot, you don't have a proof, you don't actually have a proof, you don't have an actual proof that I ever discriminated against you, that I ever committed a single crime against you. Not a single time I did. You did, just as I explained, you did it. So back to this issue. It's not going to be the same. That's what Israelis claimed me in 2019 and in 2020. What exactly is not going to be the same? I said, when and what exactly is not going to be the same? If you did follow my news site, the Alsa Times, you can observe that for the last 3 years, since I met niece of Benjamin Netanyahu in Budapest, I did nothing but expressed a lot of support for Israel. I actually kept silent about the stuff I started to talk the day before yesterday. I didn't say a damn word. I sympathized. In 2017, when I met the niece of Benjamin Netanyahu, I really wanted to marry her. I probably did even propose to her. She is Jewish, and with some Russian background, and whatever you want to say applies to the Russophobes and the anti-Semites and everything else. So where the fuck do you get these things? That's one thing. So, when you say, and you Israelis insisted against me in 2019 and in 2020, it's not going to be the same if you do this. And I asked back, do what? Because I didn't know. You're going to go and you're going to attack me again. You engaged further in a violence against me during MK Ultra, when you also brought me to the state of Israel, and you directly exercised sniper threats in my face during your hijacking, during your abduction to Israel in 2019 and in 2020, something I was told by Americans. They have taken note of it. So, if I will, again what? Again what? You need to clarify this in a Knesset. You need to clarify this in the issue again. That's one thing. You need to clarify again. The secondary issue that I have with you. You did not support me. You were not on my side as you were come here in this house and you claimed my parents and you claimed American administration and everybody else. You claimed that you're going to be the first one in line who's going to help me out and this and that, blah, 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 blah. You did not. If you would, you wouldn't death threaten me in 2019, in 2018. As a matter of fact, 2020. That's the second issue I have with you. Then there is regretfully, you can go over my news site and you can see stuff I have written about in support of Israel. Country which would not even exist without people like my grandfather. Country which would not even exist, not a nation, without people like my grandfather. He also was listed for the Auschwitz with the family. He was a secretary of the resistance here in the Novo Mesto. He supplied partisans with medications. People like brother of my mother, who was killed in a battle with the Germans. He didn't stick his hands in the pockets in Hollywood, waiting for the Germans to come, or ran. Claimed his religious rights not to engage in war. He grabbed the gun and fought for his and your existence. That's why you exist today. Because you stress issues about the Soviet Union. Fucking tell me about the Soviet Union. You want to tell me about the Soviet Union? The problem that I have, the biggest one of them all with you, however, is in respect to your threats on how you are going to support Serbia and Russia if I will this and that. Not only you have a problem with me being recognized by international society as legitimate, somebody who managed to prove my case, and that's what you stress to me, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. When I asked you what's not going to be the same, and you said, if you're going to be talking about the Israel and this and that, it's not going to be, because it's not going to be the same. Why? Because you have now proven your case to be real. So you are now seen as a real person. So to you Israelis, Jews, was good for me to be tortured, to be tormented. It didn't matter what the fuck I said. The more bad I said, it went in your plus, it went in your surplus. You profited from within. Because I looked illegitimate, because I didn't have proof, right? Then you chicken out because I became legitimate. And you wanted to terrorize me, threaten me. You also threatened the people here in Slovenia, people in Croatia and Bosnia and Balkans with peace. Not only also in people, I should say only, but also to the same likewise to the people of Ukraine. How you're going to support the Serbia and Russia, in case I will talk about. This is another issue, two issues that I have with you. I'm asking American administration, I'm asking NATO, that equipment that is seized from the Russians to be thoroughly examined, because it was on a multitude of occasions Benjamin Netanyahu was in Moscow. It was this entire Israeli delegation that I have seen met in Moscow, in Russia, on multitude of occasions. And it was Russians that would come also to pay visitations to the Israel. I am implying on a lot of Israeli technology because Ukraine applied for Israeli assistance. Just make fucking sure that you examine the seized Russian military equipment and compare one to the Israeli technology. which Israelis told me that will never be, that they always do like whatever, so that it can be proven, so on. Just make sure you do that. That's what of my concern in this video. Referring to this video right here, I'm gonna do it like this. I'll talk about this video here. It's called "With Return of Israeli Hate Ticket on Political Stage, the New Problems which Israel was based upon with enemies for 28 years began to mount on me again." I started to get quite outspoken due to harassment which Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky exercised at the United Nations, a stunt that triggered a lot of attention in me in respect to Israel. And I want to warn you about this here. Vladimir Putin, Russians knew about Slovenian tanks. They knew about the Israeli technology mounted on these tanks. It's not going to be any surprise of any kind to the Russians. These are the old museum tanks with Israeli technology that they mounted on. It was these Slovenian politicians that passed this Israeli technology, by the way. This is a minimum you're going to find on a Russian equipment to the Russians and to the Serbs. This is a minimum you're going to meet on a war field in Ukraine. So I'm asking, I don't like, this is very unfriendly attitude that you attempt talking to Israel right now, that you have intentions to spread the Soviet warfare, hate fear on European Union. It's very regretful to note that you have divided American society through the Democratic Party, that you have chopped American society, that you polarized American society through the Democratic Party involving racial, ethnic, religious issues. Israel, I'm talking to you about it. So I don't doubt that on equipment which is going to be seized on war fields all over Ukraine, that's going to be Israeli technology you're going to encounter. So I would like you to pay also attention to that. I don't have anything else I would add to this. Thanks for watching this video. Till next time.